Hi there, this is David and welcome back to Let's Play Arcgrass Fantasia. Last time we beat Esau, and today we're gonna see the ending. So yeah, it's rather long and I'm gonna be quiet for the vast majority of it.
I wanted to be recognized as a god, and the people accepted that. I was filled with joy, because the life born on this planet accepted me. But with the dragon descent, everything changed.
The legendary dragon descent?
King Meridia started an uprising accusing me of being a false god. He made the skywalks crash to Earth in an attempt to kill me. As a result, the world was polluted with Hozon, and the common race was born.
King Meridia was our country's first emperor, right?
Why would someone start a revolt against me? When all I had done was select better laws to help guide the people. Perhaps my own existence was my downfall. That is when I realized that I was unable to choose the best laws.
Is that the reason you went to sleep?
Yes. I became unable to trust my own decisions. I relied on the Meridian bloodline, as they were the ones who fought against me. If they tried to kill me, maybe they'd select a law with their own logic. I guess the results were inevitable.
If you would just accept Lark's law, then we wouldn't have to go through this.
No, the future you seek has no place for any gods.
Ah, now I understand. We never really had any choice but to kill you. Even if you had accepted my law, we'd still be right where we are now.
Yes. The ESA system was already crumbling, since the moment I began to question myself. I had always realized it, but I just pretended like I hadn't. I was afraid that I would cease to exist if I did. My core is going to be destroyed. I understand your wish, Lark. My core will be gone, but my body will grant you the power you need. Now, go to the Hall of Isa, the heart of all the Holy Land of Noir. This is the right choice. Isn't it, Alul?
I wonder if Alul and the Rogress are still around. Looks like Esau is a thing of the past right here. Yeah, she kind of devolved into that stone right there. I guess that red thing is the singing stone. We also learned some other cool stuff. Apparently, before the Dragon Descent 1,000 years ago, there were no common race people. It was all divine race people in Fulheim. Oh, wow, that stone seems to be vanishing, yeah. So it looks like Lark's going to have to take the place of that in order to nullify all the Hozone to let the common race live there. It was also interesting that she said that all the children of Esau were of the Meridian line, and that's why Lark as well as Alf were chosen to be the children of Esau. But Vice wasn't? That's just kind of strange. I don't know. Well, back to the story.
Thank you. All of you. I mean it.
Okay, what is it now?
Listen. Without Isa's core, we won't be able to neutralize the Hozone.
What do you mean? Sonia said we could, though.
We need something in its place. Someone with the Isa factor has to stay here and act as the core.
What are you saying, stay and act as a core?
I'm saying that now I have to say goodbye.
So that's it, huh? That's what Sonia had to tell you in private. Why didn't you tell us? I thought we were your friends.
Lark, you can't do this.
Ah, come on now. There's no need to be like that. It's not like I'm gonna die. I'll just be sleeping, like the divine race. And besides, I could sure use the rest.
But that means you'll never see any of us ever again.
Alf, take care of the Empire, will ya? Remember, my mom lives there.
Lark, I understand. I promise it'll be in good shape when you wake up.
And I'll change the Republic for the better. With Shelley, of course. Check that out too when you wake up.
I'll probably just be buried in the annals of history. But if you don't see anything written about me, I guess I lived a peaceful life.
I think I'll go back to sleep when this is over. Then you can see that I'll grow into a beautiful hero.
I think I'll live out my life in this generation. And besides, you don't need me to protect you at all anymore.
Rifia, I'm sorry.
Lark. I'll wait for you, Lark. I'll be waiting for you in the future.
Wow, that's really sad, actually. It's like every time I see that, no matter how many times I see it, it always gets me. That Lark has to leave everybody behind, and, Serge can't make it, he's common race. Leslie can't make it, she's common race. Raston, he's going to die this generation. I guess the only people he would really see again are Cecile and Rifia. It's just sad. But, you have to do your duty, and it's sad, but it works for me. It actually has an emotional impact. I mean, you spend so much time with these characters, and yeah, I gave Rivia a lot of shit, but by the end of the game, you like all these characters, and you want to see them happy, and it's just sad. But anyway, let me get on with the review of the game. Let me start with the music. I loved the music. It was very quintessential JRPG type music. Everything fit very nicely together. I didn't have any problems with the music. Everything was fine. And going right along with the music, let me talk about the voice acting. A lot of people have problems with the voice acting in this game. I'm not one of them. I actually kind of like the voice acting. Yeah, it's stilted. Yeah, you can kind of make fun of it. Yeah, it's kind of stupid at times, but it's cute. It's quaint. I like it. It's just, I don't know, I don't take games too seriously. There's some people who, just go, they're kind of ridiculous about their games. But I'm not one of those people. I just like to have a good time, And it seems like the voice actors were having a good time whenever they did the game, and hey, if they're having a good time, I'm having a good time. As far as, the gameplay goes, the gameplay mechanics, the random battles, I liked it. You can see all the enemies on the screen, there's a world map, the enemies are there, you can fight enemies as you want, you can avoid enemies as you want, it's really nice. The weapons in this game are so unique. I loved the weapon system in this game. Yeah, it does make for a lot of grinding, because, you have to master every single weapon and all that, but you're fighting these enemies anyway, so you might as well. Poor Nico. I love seeing him get punched in the face like it landing on his head. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, anyway, it lets for a lot of strategy. It forces you to use all of your characters evenly, consistently. But speaking of that, there is one thing that I didn't like, which was pretty much how The girls were kind of useless in boss fights, whereas the boys were so much better in boss fights. I mean, the girls had their uses, but for the most part, you wanted to use the boys in the boss fights, and then Cecile for, randoms. The magic system, it wasn't too complex. It was nice, it was different. It was a way of really kind of making you think about the magic system. It was unique, but it wasn't, again, too complex. It was just complex enough, kind of like the weapon system, where it's just complex enough to really lend strategy, to really make you think about what you're doing before you fight some of the most hard, ungodly fights you've ever fought in JRPG history. I don't think I've ever played a harder game than Arc-Rise Fantasia. I mean, I've played some doozies in my lifetime, too. And, yeah, this one is ridiculously hard. But it gives you ways to go around it. It gives you some items that you can use. It gives you weapon pieces to use, magic to use, accessories to use, and a movement system that actually makes sense and you actually want to move around the battlefield. Who knew? What a shocker! Yeah, especially after playing Trails games where they have movement, but it really doesn't matter. In this game, movement actually matters. The costumes... yeah, not really a fan. I would have liked it better if you could have seen the costumes in battle, or at least seen them on the world map, or in skits, or something like that, but pretty much if it wasn't a costume skit, you didn't get to see it. And you only saw the various costumes, in the menu, which kind of sucked, but, it is what it is. I thought the game was extraordinarily fun. The one thing that I would say that I wish that it did do was have an exit spell. Have a way to leave a dungeon after you've been in there twice. Have some sort of fast travel to get the hell out of a dungeon. Yeah, at the end of the game it gives you fast travel to warp between places, but once I'm, deep in a dungeon, I just want to leave, So an exit spell would have been really nice. I loved the characters, I loved the story. Stuff like what happened with Nico, what happened with Adele, what happened with Vice. You didn't see that stuff coming. It came out of total left field, but if you go back and you replay the game, you can see it. There's hints, there's foreshadowing. It wasn't just kind of shoehorned in. This was actually planned, and it progressed really nicely, and I loved it. I love this game. Even better than Xenoblade, really. It's a wonderful, wonderful game.
Hello? Lark, it's time to get up! Wake up, wake up, wake up!
Huh? We all left messages for you for when you wake up.
We didn't want you to feel lonely, Pretty sweet wake-up call, don't you think?
According to Sonia's calculations, you'll probably be waking up 500 years from now.
Things are crazy since you've gone to sleep, but Alf's been working real hard. I think the Empire will be a much better place the next time you see it.
We're doing everything we can to support him.
Of course! I'll be going back to sleep myself in 5 years.
As long as there's hope, people can always move forward. We'll do our best to live on until the big day arrives.
You guys...
So don't worry. You won't be all alone when you finally do wake up.
Even if it isn't us, somebody that carries on our legacy will be there to greet you.
In 500 years, you'll be entrusted with the world.
We're almost out of time. See you around, Lark. You were the best friend I could have ever asked for.
Bye-bye! See you in the future!
Don't forget about me.
Farewell, Lark. I'll always be proud of the time I spent with you.
What about Rifia? Where's Rifia? I can't believe she didn't even leave me a message. Did she forget about me?
I never forgot about you. Good morning, Lark.
Rifia.
Didn't I tell you? I said I'll be waiting.
I finally realized something. I'm so stupid. It took me 500 years, but I figured it out. Now, I'm never gonna let you go.
Oh, Lark.
So, Rifia, shall we? Let's go back to the world we fought to protect.
Oh, so they're back together after all. Oh, it's so sweet. I hate Rifia, but it's so sweet. So it actually does have a happy ending. I can't say enough good things about this game. But with that, we end Arc Rise Fantasia. Or do we? Yeah. There's a post-game to this. So I do have a couple of episodes planned. As far as the post-game, it's quite comprehensive. It's not like ridiculous, like there's not tons of stuff to do, but there's plenty of bosses to fight, and there's a new final dungeon to go through, along with a more ultimate than ultimate boss. So yeah, we're gonna start at the post-game next time, and let's play Arc Rise Fantasia. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.